Guys, from the look of things, it might seem the Big Brother is hell-bent on crawling under the skins of these housemates this week. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, these housemates received a rude awakening, like literally a rude awakening this morning from biggest ninjas. And it wasn't even funny at all. Listen, at some point, I was kind of holding my breath. I was scared that Sean was going to punch ninja number 4 because the moment it was 6:30 a.m., these ninjas, in fact, before even 6:30 a.m., the ninjas were already positioned upstairs in the, what's it called, in the dressing area. They were waiting for instructions, and then boom, the moment it was 6:30 a.m., these ninjas had stormed into they stormed into the bedrooms. You know, some of them had gone downstairs where some of the housemates were sleeping on the couch, and they had started ringing a bell. You know, the other one was hammering a gong. The other one that was ringing the bell was literally blowing a whistle. Guys, it was chaotic. And when I say rude awakening, I'm not even kidding you. Some of these housemates literally woke up with a jerk. Like, they were like, oh my God, what's happening here? They woke up with confusion. Some of them were angry. Some of them found it amusing. And the ones that actually found it quite infuriating, with the likes of Sean, Tjay, ladies and gentlemen, these housemates were livid. And the most annoying part for the likes of Sean was the fact that he was already awake, but he was taking his time to get off his bed. So he was sitting at the edge of his bed. But guess what? That ninja number 4 that had the gong literally brought the gong to his ears and was bang, 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 bang. Oh my goodness, guys. Listen, that was the point where I was literally holding my breath and scared that Sean was going to punch this person in the face, because I can imagine someone doing that to me. I would be livid. I would, listen, probably reflex action. I would punch you in the face because that was so annoying. And even when the housemates were awake, the ninjas continued for a bit before they finally left via the eviction doors. Ladies and gentlemen, as much as it was annoying for these housemates, it was quite hilarious for me, because ladies and gentlemen, we know that Biggie is not smiling with his housemates anymore. Yes, even though production is busy doing their own thing, yeah, but Big Brother is still hell-bent on, you know, teaching these housemates a lesson that they are not on vacation. They need to get off their asses and give us content, entertain us, the viewers, and not spoil Big Brother's business. More importantly, yes. Now, as if that was not enough, the housemates had gone into the arena for their morning workout session, and Coach Obi and the other, what's his name, the other instructor, were not smiling either. Now, the one with the coaches, the fitness coaches, even started yesterday, where Coach Obi was very, very harsh and stern with the housemates. Now, usually, when they are observing their workout session in the mornings, they are very, very lackadaisical about it and almost kind of indifferent about it, yes. It's always kind of scattered, you know. The coach is shouting out instructions and they are doing whatever they want to do. Some people are sitting down, some people are not even working out, some people are using that opportunity to gist and gossip, because, you know, their mics are not loud, their mics are muted, so they use that opportunity to just dilly-dally around a lot. So Big Brother, of course, gave the coach an instruction, you know, to ensure that everybody participated in the workout sessions effectively, in a more organized manner, not their usual tardy manner, yes. And that has been the case since yesterday. And today's one was more intense because housemates were not only working out, those who were not doing what they were instructed to do were actually giving punishments right there on the spot. And when I talk about punishments, I'm talking about burpees. If you are a workout junkie, or a fitness junkie as they call it, trust me, you know that burpees is not for the weak. Yes. So it's been a very, very hectic day for these housemates already. Tempers are flaring, people are upset, but they can't even vent. They feel stifled. Why? Because 4 people had received a strike each yesterday from Big Brother for discussing nominations and conspiracy. Yes. And so they are wondering, like, okay, fine, what else do we talk about? Because at this point, they are now contemplating if they should start talking about the outside world. And we know that in Big Brother's house, discussing the outside world is not allowed. So housemates are just very touchy at the moment. And the likes of Tjay was no exception. Yeah, Tjay was not necessarily in the right mood this morning because remember, aside all the chaos of the morning, of waking up, the chaos of the arena, there's also the part that he is also up for eviction this week. Yeah. So the guy is not in the right frame of mind at all. And that was when Onyeka chose to go and, play her manipulative game with this guy. And TJ clocked her immediately, did not find it funny, and instantly, before she even spent more than 5 minutes trying to play her usual mind games with him, he had put her in her place. He had set her straight ASAP. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to give you the details of what exactly TJ had said to Onyeka and what Onyeka had actually said to him that had triggered him. So please make sure you watch the end of this video because we're going to analyze that situation properly, all right? Because from the look of things, a lot of Onyeka's fans did not necessarily understand what was happening, or they probably did understand, but because of stanship culture, they would definitely defend their fave even if their fave killed someone in Big Brother's house. But ladies and gentlemen, before we get into that analysis, officially, you are especially welcome to my channel. My name is Gloria Elijah. This is Frankly Speaking with Gloria Elijah, and I am the girl with the tea. Ladies and gentlemen, please do not forget to give this video a like. Please give this video a thumbs up to let me know if you're enjoying my content so far. And for those of you that are yet to become a part of this community officially, please do not hesitate to subscribe. And to those of you that are returning viewers, returning subscribers, those of you that always comment on my videos and like my videos, this is a massive thank you to all of you. You guys are the realest MVPs. Now, without further ado, let's just quickly dive right into the analysis of that conversation between TJ and Onyeka. First off, we all know that these housemates are very hypocritical with one another. You know how on Monday evening they nominate each other and then afterwards they start, hugging each other, giving each other congratulatory handshakes, or is it sarcastic handshakes? I don't even know at this point. But then they go ahead to encourage each other, in the game, talking about the game is the game, don't take it personal, we all have to nominate, So they go about talks like that. And the likes of TJ does that a lot. TJ does that a lot. TJ is always trying to give people the air of, don't worry, it's not that deep, just ignore it. This is the same thing he did last week when, after he had nominated Kelly Ray, and both of them had spent more time in the kitchen, and he was constantly talking about, just forget about it, the game is the game, that kind of thing. And then you'll be looking at this guy like, bro, okay, what's up? What's up? Why are you sounding like you did not nominate this person? So it was the same kind of conversation he was having with Onyeka this morning. Both of them were encouraging each other in the usual housemates manner, don't worry, I believe that, you'll be fine. I believe that you'll be okay. Don't worry, don't stress too much. Don't worry, just take your mind off it. Make sure you show up and show out this week. Motivational speakers advising each other. And that was when Onyeka started bringing back that tribalistic comment he had actually made, where he was having a conversation with his friend and partner Ben, that was when the housemates were still a duo, right? And Ebuka had brought it up during that Sunday live eviction show where Ebuka had called him out and he was quite confused on how to redeem himself after that big mess up. And then he had his diary session and Big Brother had explained to him that the statement was quite divisive. And he was very ashamed of himself because, of course, looking at the climb in Nigeria at the moment, one should not be making such a statement on such a huge platform, right? So he had decided to forget about it and not revisit it again, also for the sake of his safety in the house. By safety, I mean him not getting evicted, because people might get really triggered, right? And decide that, okay, fine, since you're being tribalistic, we're going to vote you out, right? We're going to pump all the votes to someone else, and then we're going to make sure you are evicted, you're sent home. So he's been threading carefully ever since. And guys, if you all recall, it was after Ebuka had called TJ out that week that TJ became sort of stifled, sort of silent. So his usual house therapy duty that he used to do in week 1, he had automatically stopped it. Yes, he has stopped being all over the place. He had reduced his presence in the kitchen, like Jude had literally been sort of hiding behind the shadows, so that people in the house do not notice him or don't see him too much, so that it doesn't come to the top of people's mind when nominations are happening. Yes, so, and it's been working for him ever since, but then in that conversation he was having with Onyeka this morning, Onyeka decided to bring it back, and then she was bringing in the God factor, talking about, it is grace, it is the grace of God, it is grace. Like, guys, I don't know who else has noticed that in that house, Onyeka is that one housemate that carries religion on her head. She carries this religious vocabulary on her head a lot of times, even when she's caught in her own lie, even when she's caught in her own mind games, in a game of manipulation, she's always bringing in this, that God will judge, God is this, God will judge, God is working harder for me, God will defend me, God will do this, God will do that. And guys, sometimes it works for her, because in this part of the world, we are very religious people. In Nigeria, we're very religious people. Even when somebody is doing something very wrong, the moment they bring religion into it, you find that people will give them grace. Because there's this mentality that so long as this person is involved with God, so long as this person has got God's backing, whatever they're doing, and so long as they mention the name of God, then they can do no wrong in anybody's eyes. So that is the card. That is one of the cards that Onyeka consistently plays in that house. It was that same tactic that Onyeka had brought into her conversation with Tjay, and Tjay had immediately clocked it. That, hold on a second, what is this girl trying to do? Is she trying to mess me up? Like, is she trying to remind the viewers that I had made a tribalistic statement like over 4 weeks ago? Like, what the hell is she trying to do? So the moment he realized that, immediately he caught her short. Now, not in a very aggressive manner, but in the most, gentle way possible. Because, of course, he and Onyeka, they have a rapport. They have a talking relationship. So he was deeply hurt because he felt like she was trying to set him up. So he had set her straight and told her that he had already explained himself to Ebuka and Big Brother. And as far as he's concerned, that episode is in his past. He has no intentions of revisiting it. He has no intentions of even bringing it back as a conversation with anybody in the house and even outside the house. So it is done, it is dusted. So the fact that she's bringing it up right now, it is quite offensive to him, and he is very hurt. And he feels like, from the other things that she was saying about grace, that she's making him feel like he's not supposed to be here, he's not supposed to be in the house, that he should have been evicted long ago. That he had noticed that Sunday, after Ebuka had drilled him about that statement, that he had noticed that Onyeka was making some sly remarks, and he had overheard certain things that she was saying, which pointed to the fact that she did not want him to be in the house anymore. She wanted him to be evicted, that he had decided not to, pay attention to those things, so it wouldn't look like he was overthinking things. But now, from what he was saying right now, that it just points to the fact that he wasn't delusional when he overheard the things that she was saying that week. So the guy was very upset, obviously upset, but he was trying so hard to control himself, to not, lose his temper with her. But he put it straight to her that, I don't want to talk about this anymore, and I'll appreciate it if you don't bring it up with any other person in the house. I mean, guys, he was outrightly telling Onyeka that, listen, I know you're going to talk about it with people, but I would appreciate if you don't, because it would really hurt me if I find out that you're still talking about this or even discussing it with people. And guys, Onyeka was kind of shocked. She did not see it coming. She did not see it coming that Tjay was going to set her straight like that. Because, the thing with Onyeka is she's very good with this game of manipulation that she's playing with the housemate. Or should I say, the housemates are very gullible. They have easily been falling for all of her tactics. Yes, the one person that has actually not really fallen completely, though, are the Mbadiwe twins. Hence the reason their malice really, stretched for a bit until they reconciled yesterday. Yes, but for the rest of the house, a lot of them easily fall for Onyeka's manipulation. Yes, so I can't really say that it's because she's 100% good, but it's just because they themselves are gullible. And it still boils down again to this religious factor. You know how spiritual and superstitious, you know, most Nigerians are. The moment somebody is saying something and they bring in the God factor and they say, on God, I'm not lying, on God, I'm being real. That at that point in time, everybody just believes that, yes, indeed, the person is being real. And that is something Onyeka does all the time in that house. So she was quite shocked that TJ was going to clock her the way he did. And so she was apologizing that, I'm sorry, I did not intend to cause a misunderstanding. And she was still trying to explain her point. Honey, this guy kept on shutting up. He said, no, that thing you want to explain, don't even explain it, because it's only going to dig up more talks about that particular statement. So don't even say it. Just understand that this is how I feel and you need to respect it. Now, TJ did not stop there. He further called her out on something that she is used to doing, you know, to housemates in the house that tends to really hurt them, but she never cares about it. And that was the fact that when Onyeka wants to talk about how she feels, she ends up hurting the people, you know, around her, the people that she's talking to, disregarding their own feelings just to ensure that she drives home her own point, you know, her own feelings, how she feels and whatnot. So he explained that to her. He said, I've noticed that thing about you and you need to stop. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, yeah, listen, I feel like for the first time this season, you see that in-house therapist that they call TJ. I felt like for the first time, it came into full functionality because TJ read Onyeka like a book. He read out all of her exercises to her. He read out her game of manipulation that she does. And then he proved to her that, listen, I am not one of those gullible people. Yes, we have conversations. Yes, we are cool, but don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. If you do it again, then I will be really hurt and it's not going to be funny. So ladies and gentlemen, he was done talking and he excused himself. He said he wanted to go and shower and he left her sitting there. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, by the time TJ was done, I was over here giving him some massive accolades because, ladies and gentlemen, I said, yes, now we're talking. Now we are talking. And see, I was so excited because I had been looking forward to the day that a neutral body away from them, by the way, twins, was going to call Onyeka on her bullshit. Yes, it is her game. It is a strategy. But the housemates have been gullible for too long. And I've just been waiting for that moment when somebody was going to call her out on her bullshit. And TJ did. He told her, he said, listen, I'm going to be down for maybe 1 or 2 days, but I'll be fine and then we can talk. But for now, just let me be. He left her there. Onyeka was cold, like she did not see it coming. I said, ladies and gentlemen, I was so proud of TJ. I said, I thought TJ was going to be all about kumbaya to the end of the season. But here we go. TJ is finally out of his shell because he knows that there's a possibility that he was going to be evicted this week. So the guy is currently touchy. The guy is currently he's currently very, very sensitive. And there are things that he's been sweeping under the carpet this past few weeks that he is now bringing to light. He was having a conversation with, what's her name, Anita, and he said, that there are some things that he's just beginning to, realize now that he's going to talk to her about it. So, ladies and gentlemen, I am over here waiting for that fateful conversation because I cannot wait to come and spill it back to you guys as usual. All right, but in the meantime, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below and I'll see you all on another video soon. Thanks for watching and have an amazing day. Bye.